Hi everyone, aLovingSoul here, hope this video finds you well. Today we're going to be chatting about some 2-item power specs for some AD carries. The idea came to me when I was playing Misfortune against Ashe, and I started wondering about the gold differences at 2 items, and their implications on some gameplay ideas. So for our starting example, let's begin with Misfortune. Her 2-item spike is Essence Reaver into Infinity Edge, and her boots of choice are Berserker Greaves. This comes out to a total of 7,800 gold. That's pretty expensive. Let's compare this with Ashe, whose core build right now is Blade of the Ruined King into Runan's Hurricane, with her boots of choice also being Berserker Greaves. Now Ashe tends to go with the slightly magical boots rune in the inspiration tree, so that saves her 300 gold. This build costs Ashe a total of 6,700 gold. That's a whopping difference of 1,100 gold. Not quite a BF sword, but some ideas we have from Ashe's perspective is to look for fights before Misfortune finishes her Infinity Edge, and Ashe's kit lets her do that by finding picks with her ultimate Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Now let's talk about 2 highly relevant AD carries in the metagame right now, Aphelios and Ezreal. Aphelios' 2-item spike is Infinity Edge into Runan's Hurricane, and once again Berserker Greaves for a total of 7,100 gold. In this example, Ashe's gold difference with Aphelios is only 400 gold, so the room for opportunity is a lot smaller. So small that if Aphelios happens to pick up a kill or some extra farm, the gap in gold cost is almost nothing. Furthermore, 2-item Aphelios in my head does some pretty bonkers damage, so my takeaway here from Ashe's perspective is to push for fights, maybe even before 2 items, to prevent the Aphelios from ramping up into a late game monster. Now finally, let's talk about Ezreal's blue build just to illustrate some points. So it's Manamune into Iceborne Gauntlet, and his boots of choice are actually Ionian boots for that juicy cooldown reduction. And like Ashe, we'll be taking slightly magical boots to save on 300 gold. The total cost for Ezreal's build comes out to 5,700 gold. That's extremely cheap for 2 full items, but it does come with a caveat. Ezreal highly depends on fully charging his Tear/Manamune to get the Muramana transformation. So some takeaway ideas for Ezreal is that as most AD carries get 2 items, Ezreal has upwards of 1,000 extra gold to work with, up to 2,100 extra gold compared to Misfortune's 2-item spike. So he's most likely going to have 2.5 items when other AD carries only have 2. This is probably why as soon as Ezreal does get his Muramana online, his mid-game spike does so much damage. I also have some ideas from the Ezreal perspective of even getting extra greedy and fitting in a call on the first or second back, since Ezreal's items are so cheap that we can get away with trying to make some extra gold, further pushing that mid-game item spike. That's about it for my musings and observations on 2-item spikes for some AD carries. If you're interested in joining me in my journey to improve in League of Legends, I'm currently learning the Marksman role right now, please subscribe to the channel. As always, I wish you the best of luck in your League games, and until next time, peace!